Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Wednesday, happy hump day. I hope you guys are having an awesome week so far, rocking out whatever goals, hopes, plans, dreams, ambitions you had and are currently making it happen. Quickly before we get started here, if you haven't, now is your chance to register for doTERRA's convention. It's in September, the second week of September. No, first week of September, right after Labor Day it is. So it's like the 7th, I think it is. Something like that. If you or somebody you know of is at all interested in essential oils, living a natural alternative lifestyle, holistic nutrition, anything like that, this is definitely an event that you do not want to miss. It's a week-long event. Information, education, community, science behind the oils, why they work, how they work, new oils, exclusive products just for this event, and it's such an amazing time. I'm super excited. This is actually, excuse me, this is actually one of my favorite times of the year, and I'm super excited for it. So if you haven't, or if you're interested, definitely reach out to me. Drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Next, I'm officially booking free consultations for life coaching services. If you or somebody you know of is having difficulty transitioning through life right now, I know there's a lot going on, and it can be very overwhelming. It can be really, it can be really, I don't want to say depressing, but it can be very, not a good time. And so definitely, if you think that help from somebody would be beneficial, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and I'll definitely get you rocking and rolling. Deep breath. Okay. All right. That's where I'm going to cut it off. I promise you there's so much more going on over here. What a great time to be alive. We are officially in August 2022. Holy guacamole. So today I actually have a specific topic to talk about with regards to what's happening in my life right now. We are actually doing the Boots and Hearts Festival this weekend, so there's a lot of running around going on over here, and we are pretty much at our wits' ends over here, and it's a very exciting yet overwhelming and crazy process going on. So that's where I wanted to come on and sort of give some tips on how to keep calm, collected, level-headed during a hectic day, right? Something where you're thinking about packing for vacation or going out for the weekend, or anything that hockey practice, soccer practice. I remember when we were doing tournaments, right? It was like the craziest thing that could happen to us. And so that's where I wanted to come on, give some tips that have helped me today really keep my head on straight and keep, my focus and my direction, if you will. And I wanted to share them with you. Hopefully they help you. Hopefully you get some value out of this, and then who knows, maybe use one or two of these in your own life next time you're dealing with something hectic. Alrighty. Telling you, it's been a day over here for real, and I can't even believe it. We're not even halfway done yet. All right, so tip number one on how to stay calm and level-headed. I can promise you the thing that helped me more than anything, that's why I made it number one, is jot down all of the tasks that you need to do. Then you need to jot down your subcategory to those things, right? So, packing your clothes has its own subcategory because you need, underwear and socks and pants and shorts, and you might not need too many pairs of pants nowadays with it being the summer out, but, it gets cold at nighttime, so you definitely need to, at the very least, prepare for it, right? Whether or not you use it is a completely different scenario, but, right, you don't want to get caught, with your pants down. No, I'm kidding. You don't want to get caught in a situation where you need something and you don't have it, and then have to scramble around to try and get it. Especially with us, right? We're going to an area where there's not too much civilization around it, right? So we need to basically be sure that we have everything that we need before we go, because chances of us being able to get it while we're out there is very little. I'm not saying that it's zero, but I also don't know because I've never been there, right? So, I mean, to say that we need to remember everything is the understatement of the year. And then, for us, we're going, it's a camping thing, right? So we need to pack food. But in that, we need to really remember what kind of food we're packing. We can't just pack food for the sake of packing food. It's got to be specific things that can be eaten outside. We're bringing, we've got this little grill that we've got. And so we've got a couple of pots and pans that are super beneficial or will be super beneficial. But if you don't have access to that, access to a grill or, to some sort of electricity, right, that could be a little bit more difficult. And so that's where you really need to understand what you need to take with you. And that's where, a list is going to help you more than anything. But then, you've got so many other things, right? We're going camping, so we've got blankets, pillows, right? Clothes for the day. We've got food that we're bringing. We've got extra stuff that we've got to bring. And on top of that, we're going away for the weekend, and we're going to a far enough distance away to where if we forgot something, it is actually an inconvenience for us to come back and get it. We may very well be buying it while we're out there, and that's spending money unnecessarily that we don't need to, right? So this is where I circle back to the point. Jot your tasks down. Whatever you need to do, shower, shave, get a haircut, go put a deposit down on something, ship out a package, right? All of these things still need to be done. And if you, and there's an old saying that goes, don't trust your memory, right? And that's that's true more than anything. I think our memory is brutal. We can't always remember things. And even when we do remember things, we kind of remember vague things. It's kind of, we just remember that we have to pack, for example. We don't remember what we're packing or what we're packing for or how we need to pack. Because if you're going to a tropical destination, it's going to be a lot different than if you're going to somewhere that's cold and you need to bundle up, right? So if you screwed up your packing, chances are you're not going to have a very fun weekend in your tropical destination with pants and hoodies as your only clothes options. So I'm telling you, right? And not only that, but when you start going and you've got a laundry list of things that need to be done and you've got not a lot of time to do them, you can tend to forget important things. And you can also tend to forget things that you do. That's it, right? We don't remember what we don't remember. And then it's always that one thing that you're going to come across that you need that you're like, oh, man, come on. This is actually also like a preemptive strike too, right? Jot down the things that you need ahead of time so that you can sort of cross them off as you go ahead. But I'm telling you, the thing that helped me more than anything was just writing down everything that I need to do and being able to cross it off the list. I promise you, it really makes it seem like there's a lot less to do than what actually needs to be done. Because when you're in your brain, so much seems so much more exasperated, right? And when you can take it out of your mind, put it on paper, more often than not, you realize that you were just overthinking it. Number 2, schedule yourself breaks. In your jotting what tasks you need to do for the day, schedule yourself breaks. I can promise you that, and this is something nothing more than, when you're at work. I mean, for me, we get a 5-minute break an hour. I don't know if that's like a government thing, a regulation, Ministry of Work, or whatever they want to call themselves, but it's 5 minutes an hour, right? So that's where we need to be. So that's my point right there, is that the Ministry of Society of people that decide that what makes us healthy has decided that 5 minutes every hour is a sufficient enough break time. And also, you have to remember that we're not machines, right? We're not robots. We're people. We're human. We break down, right? We can't always go, 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 go. That's not the way that we're built. So that being said, we need to make sure that we're scheduling downtime for ourselves, because I can tell you, right, and I know I'm not the only one that this applies to, but when you're starting to go, right, and you're getting into the habits, and you're getting, really grinding through what you need to get done, and you're making progress, you're making waves, it can be really difficult for you to want to stop, to take a break. It's easier to just keep going, but You can't do that, right? You need to, at the very least, go to the washroom, right? That's going to be something that has to happen. But you also need to eat, right? And you also need to take some time to relax and rest yourselves, right? When we tend to get going, we really tend to start to overthink things and we oversee little things. That by taking a break, we can really help ourselves to sort of reset, right? Like a mental reset, come back to the problem with a new, fresh attitude. And that way we can actually, maybe we remembered something that we forgot earlier, or, we remembered something that we don't actually need, right? We could take something out, because that's that's another bad thing that you don't want to get caught doing is, taking all these unnecessary things, right? You've got enough going on already. You don't want to be packing things that you won't end up needing, or unnecessary things that you thought you might have been needing, but now you realize that it's not actually a thing that that will be beneficial for you, right? So that's where, like for us, right, if we were to take a grill that needs to be plugged in, we're not going to a place with any electricity that I know of. Right, so for us to plug something in, that's a really bad idea on our part. What I actually spent yesterday doing was charging most of our portable chargers. And I don't know if we're going to need them or not, but that's another thing that, like I said, you want to make sure that you have things that you may or may not need versus the things that you know you won't need, right? There's a difference between bringing things that you may or may not need, i.e. an a portable charger, and then other things that you won't need, right? That you know for a fact you won't need, like a plug-in television, right? If you've got no electricity around. So as much as we have a lot of things that we're packing and that we need to get ready for us, there's a lot of things that we realize that we don't need and we're just packing for the sake of packing. So schedule yourself breaks. Understand that you're not a robot, right? You can't always go. You need to take a break every now and then. I know it sucks. Trust me, I get to hear about it all the time because Tina's like that. She doesn't like doing breaks. But you have to really understand that you need the mental reset as well as you need to eat, right? And you need to take bathroom breaks and stuff like that, right? So there's things that need to get done, but there's also breaks that need to be taken because we can't function properly if we're worn down and tired out. Number 3, do a double check. I put kind of like a subcategory here of walk around the house. And I like this one because our brains are really weird in that aspect. We can walk into a room and completely forget why we're in there or what we're looking for or anything of that magnitude, right? But in that same aspect, we can also walk into a room and remember something that we had forgotten. Remember something that, we were thinking about earlier, and now we're like, man, I can't, right? What is that thing that I was thinking about? And then you walk into a room and all of a sudden that light bulb goes off, right? You just see something there and you're like, boom, that's it. Or, you smell something and all of a sudden the memories come back to you and you're like, oh man, that's the thing that I needed. Right? I was looking for my polka dot underwear or something like that, right? And so that's where doing the double check, right? The double check needs to be done because for us, like I mentioned, we're not going too far away, but we're going far enough away for us to, if we forgot something, it's going to be an inconvenience to come back, and it probably is going to be an expense that we have because we're going to have to buy it while we're outdoors, right? Or I guess outside, out and about, however you want to classify that, but. This is what I'm talking about, right? And if you're going away on vacation, right? If you're going away with the kids, right? All of these things, you want to do the double check. You want to make sure that everything that you said you needed is there. Check your list, right? Check your bags. Check your pockets, check everything, right? Even check your closet, check your drawers, your dressers, right? Maybe there's something that you don't, that gets triggered in your mind that you never thought of before. And then do the walk around your house. I can promise you, this is one of those things that I'm actually going to promise will help you remember things that you forgot earlier. And if this one doesn't help you, definitely come back here and tell me that walking throughout your house to do the double check didn't help you at all. It actually wasted so much valuable time and kind of ruined your weekend. I would love to hear the story behind that one. Number 4, pat yourself on the back. Give yourself the old pat on the back. Be nice to yourself, right? Understand that you're only human, right? You're not a robot. You're not built to just go all the time. And you have the tendency to forget things, right? Because we're only human. We're only doing the best that we can. And not only that, but we're doing the best that we can, right? We're not over here lollygagging. We're not over here, making puppies, as some people would say. We're over here doing the best that we can. We don't have an instruction manual. Our instruction manual is our list of things that we have to do. Other than that, we just kind of make it up as we go. So this is where I'm talking about. Now, you got a list of things you need to do, but you need to take breaks. That's okay, because you're awesome. You're only doing the best that you can with the information and the value that you have at your exposure, I guess we'll call it. But understand that that is good enough, right? You are doing the best that you can because that's all you can do, right? All you can do is the best that you can do. You can't do more than you can do. And if you're doing less than you can do, you know it because you're not as far ahead or, on track, on pace as you wanted to be or as you thought you should be. Now, that being said, there's always a point in time where you realize that you're a little bit farther behind than you thought you would like to be. That's okay too. Again, we're just human, right? We can't do what we can't do, and we can only do it as fast as we can do it, right? And if it takes you a little bit longer to do a certain task, that's okay. If you can do a different task in a quicker pace, that's perfect. That's making up for lost time. But if you can't make up that lost time, don't even worry about it. Don't stress about it. Understand that you're just doing the best that you can. You're an awesome person, and anybody would be super happy to meet you, to talk to you, and to be around you for any imaginable amount of time. So, that being said, give yourself the old pat on the back. Understand that even if you forgot something, even if you messed up all of your plans, it doesn't matter because you're still awesome. Life's still going to go on. And not only that, but even if you feel like you've let some people down, there's definitely going to be another opportunity. Opportunity knocks all the time. There's going to be another opportunity to show your greatness and to make everybody else feel like $1 million that you know you can. And my last tip more than anything is to consider life coaching, right? Consider asking for help from a certified life coach like myself. Hectic days are not, they're a part of our lives, whether we like it or not. And transition periods are also a part of our lives, whether we like it or not. The problem is that we think that asking for help is sort of beneath us, somehow makes us a weak person. Somehow, we need to figure everything out for ourselves. We need to have all the answers, or else, we're not a real person. And to me, that is just jargon. That is mumbo jumbo, because life is hard, right? And if we could have done it, if we could have figured it out by ourselves, we probably would have already. Don't let yourself think that asking for help is somehow beneath you or somehow makes you a bad, terrible person. In my opinion, asking for help is one of the toughest things that you can do, and it just proves that you know that you can have more for your life and you need a little bit of assistance on how to get there. Book a free consultation today with a certified life coach like myself and be on your way to living the life of your dreams. That's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys had I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I had a lot of fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils, how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, booking a free consultation with a certified life coach, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and an even better week ahead, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.